This month, we are going to talk about some productivity features that will make your computers easier to use. There are various shortcuts available to users on all systems. We are going to focus on some of the shortcuts on Windows 7. 3 keys you need to know are the Windows logo key, the Control key, and the Alt key. And these are on your keyboard in the following position. The Alt key, to the left of that is the Windows key, and to the left of that is the Control key. On some keyboards, there may be a function key in between here. And then also take note of the Tab key, which is on your system up here, because that's going to be used in some shortcuts. Okay, most systems implement some form of shortcut. This includes all the systems we use nowadays: Windows systems, Macintosh systems, and Linux systems. The following basic operations are fairly universal across various applications, such as browsers, word processors, spreadsheets, and various other applications. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use these shortcuts using Microsoft Word. So I'm going to get up here. Here I have a Word document, and it's the Gettysburg Address. Okay, so some shortcuts that I'm going to use. Typically, if you wanted to copy a piece of text, you would select the text, and then what we might do is we may go up to the menu up here to cut, copy, or paste, or you might right-click to get an option. Well, another way that you can do this with the shortcut is we'll select this text, is to type the Control key and C, and that will copy the text. Now, to show you that we've copied that, I'm now going to go down here and type Control V, which is paste. And as you can see, I'm pasting what I copied. Paste it again and again and again. Okay, now another shortcut to use is the undo function. We may be used to using undo by scrolling up here and using this little left arrow, but to undo, you can use the Control X, Control Z, I'm sorry. And you'll see Control Z will undo all these operations that I just did. So the benefit of these shortcuts is it allows you to keep your hand on the home screen. And this can be very beneficial when you don't have to move your right hand off to manipulate the mouse, or move your cursor off the screen to one of the menu bars. So other shortcuts here are, we're going to paste an item. So here we're going to copy. Copy. Control V is paste, okay? And then we'll undo that once more. Okay, now a very useful shortcut is being able to select all the text in a file. And this is fairly universal across all applications. What you can do is type Control A, and you'll see when I type Control A, all the text in my application is selected. And if you have a real long file and you need to select everything in that file, you know how tedious it can be to go at the start and select all the way down and then terminate the selection at the end. By just typing Control A, that will select all the text, and then you can see I can copy it, I'll cut it, and then I'll paste it. And there's all the text being put in. Okay, so you might already access these operations, as I said, by either moving the mouse to the menu to select the operation, or right-clicking the mouse and selecting the functions off the menu. But these techniques require you to move your hands off the home keyboard, and that may not be beneficial. Another feature with Shortcut is being able to manage open windows. If you work like me, you probably have several open windows at any one time. In fact, I bet you have got lost trying to find an open window that is covered by other open windows. Here are a couple neat tips. Okay, tip 1, use the Show Desktop on the right side of the taskbar. I'm going to navigate over here to the right side of the taskbar, and there's this little button to the right of the clock, which I'll bet most people don't even know that's there. And you can see it says Show Desktop. If I press that, that's going to give me a view of my desktop. So it minimized all the windows that were there. And now if I want to restore those windows, I press Show Desktop again, and all my windows come back. That's a real useful feature for just getting oriented to what's on your desktop. Another great feature is being able to switch between open windows by pressing the Alt and the Tab key. So as I press the Alt and Tab, you'll notice here up come a series of icons, and each of these icons is indicating the windows that I have open. Now, on some systems, these icons will actually display as a small thumbnail of the window, but on this system, it's displaying as icons. So you see here, each time I press the Tab key, I'm scrolling through the list of open applications, and I'm going to go here to this Word document on rock types, and you see here I have a document on rock types. If I now want to scroll to the Gettysburg Address, now I'm in the Gettysburg Address. So this is a very useful feature. It allows my desktop to still be cluttered, but yet I can find other applications on it. Okay. Now, if I want to minimize the current window, if I press the Microsoft key, and you remember the Microsoft key is the Microsoft logo, I hold that down and I press the down arrow. Now what happens when I do this is the Gettysburg Address will now go down to its normal size, and then I press this again, now it goes away. Okay, so I can do that to each window. The rock types here is now at its normal size. I'm going to depress the Windows key, keep that pressed, and I'm going to press down arrow, and that went away. So that was a quick way for me to minimize a window rather than what would the alternative be? The alternative would be I'd have to leave my position here and go up to this part of the window up here. Okay. If I want to maximize a window, I hold the Windows key down and I press the up arrow, and there my window is easily maximized. Okay, so now I'm going to minimize that again, so it goes down to its normal size, and then I'm going to send it down to the taskbar. This managing and user interface of screens and windows for Microsoft Windows 7 is called Aero, A-E-R-O. There are several more functions we will look at in future segments. So do some experimenting with shortcuts. You will find numerous shortcuts on your Windows systems, your Macintosh systems, or your Linux systems. You will also find shortcuts in each application, such as Word or Excel. These are designed to make your computing life easier. Having choices allows you to select techniques that work best for you. Practice, practice, practice. That's it for this month.